Merry Christmas, Revelation family. I hope you are enjoying a wonderful Christmas weekend. This is, of course, a season where you get to be with your friends and family, some of whom you haven't seen in a very long time maybe. Or maybe you're just sending out text messages, making phone calls saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. Merry Christmas. Of course, those are always a joy to receive as well. We get together and eat great food, sing joyful songs, put up fun decorations, and of course, presents under the tree. And I'd be lying if I told you that wasn't one of my favorite parts of Christmas. I love to receive gifts, and of course I love to give gifts as well. One of the things about giving gifts is you want to make sure that you wrap the present. Nobody wants to give a gift that is unwrapped. And so maybe even if it's just a gift bag, right, where you just found something that fit and you threw the gift inside and put some tissue paper over the top, and here you go. It makes it feel like there's something special inside. Or maybe you're one of those people who wants to put TLC into it. So you make sure the paper is perfectly flat and every crease is exactly where it's supposed to be. And it looks picture perfect before you hand it to somebody because you want them to feel like this is something very special. Maybe you just decide to allow the color of the box itself to speak for itself and say there's something very special inside. You can't wait to open this. That's what wrapping does. Wrapping kind of gives us an idea that there's something special inside of this. It's not just something that you went to the store and just bought and handed it over, but no, I put some thought and care behind this. And so when we start thinking about Christmas and we think about baby Jesus in the manger, that's really the wrapping paper on divinity. And it was a surprise for people to receive the Messiah that way. That wasn't the wrapping they were expecting. They were expecting a king. Maybe they were expecting a 10-mile parade with gold robes and singers and dancers and all sorts of festivities. But no, he came as a baby to the lowest of the low, and he made his bed in a manger, a feeding trough for animals in a barn. It would be like saying, I've got something so special for you. I've got the most amazing, incredible gift in the whole world. And you're thinking, wow, that's going to be, I can't wait to receive that. And they hand it to you, and it's wrapped up and not even really wrapped all that well in newspaper. You're like, newspaper? Really? You didn't put a lot of thought in that. You didn't even go to the store and pick out a nice wrapping paper. You just, the newspaper? How special could that be? But you got to open it up and see what's inside. And that's really what Jesus did. When he came to the earth, he wrapped himself, not the way that people were expecting, but he wrapped himself with humanity. Let's look at Isaiah chapter 53. Isaiah chapter 53, verse 1 says, "Who has believed what he's heard from us? To whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed?" Talking about Jesus. "He grew up before him like a young plant, like a root out of dry ground. He had no form or majesty that we should look at him, no beauty that we should desire him." He wasn't handsome like they show in the movies. He was just a regular guy. "He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And as one from whom men hid their faces, he was despised, and we esteemed him not." There was something about Jesus that was very, very human. Something that was kind of surprising to people, that when they saw him, they thought, really? That's the Messiah? I thought that was just the carpenter's son. Isn't he the son of Joseph? Didn't he come from Nazareth? I don't get that. It didn't make a lot of sense. They didn't really dig into the wrapping. A lot of times when we open our presents, no matter how well that present is wrapped, we rip right into it, and the wrapping paper ends up on the floor and then eventually in the trash. And we don't give the wrapping paper a second thought once it serves its purpose of saying, look, something beautiful to give you. When Jesus came, his wrapping paper, when it came off, it showed something that was incredibly beautiful, something amazing that he had planned for us all along. You see, the wrapping paper that was so easily discarded, and like the wrapping paper that we have around our Christmas presents right now, was actually part of the gift itself. Let's look at 1 John chapter 3, verse 2. And it says this, "What we will be has not yet appeared." We are still wrapped up in our humanity. We're still wrapped up in a life that has pain, that has suffering, that has troubles in it. We're still wrapped up in that. And that's what Jesus came wrapped up in. But we know that when He appears, we shall be like Him because we shall see Him as He is. This is the meaning of Christmas. This is the gift that is the gift wrapping itself. Not just what's inside, but the wrapping itself that says divinity has come down. God's love has come down to us, wrapped Himself to look like us, so that we know that one day we will be able to be like Him. One day we're going to take the wrapping that's on our life. We're going to take the wrapping of humanity, and that's going to be removed. It's going to be discarded. It's going to be tossed aside, and something beautiful will be revealed. And we're going to see the thing that we've been hoping for. We're going to see the thing that's brought us joy in the midst of pain. We're going to see the thing that has kept us going through all of life's trials. We're going to see Him, and it's going to change us forever. When we see Him, we will be like Him. And the reason that's possible is because He came first to be like us. This is the message of Christmas. It wasn't just that He came as a baby to impress people, to show just how powerful of a God He was. Look how low I can go. But He came to say, I'm going to go to the lowest of the low, so that when I shed this humanity, when this wrapping paper comes off, I'm going to show you what you can be and what you will be if you'll put your trust in me. The Revelation family, I want you to be filled with joy today. I want you to be filled with hope today. I want you to be filled with the peace that passes all understanding, knowing that right now we're just dealing with the wrapping paper. But one day we're going to be like our Jesus, who took on the same wrapping. But then one day we're going to see what's inside. And when we do, we're going to be like Him. This is the hope of Christmas. This is the message of Christmas. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you very soon.